Hi and welcome to my latest trip report. In this episode we're travelling on British Airways in Club World from New York to London. Let's go. As with any day flight from the East Coast, it started with a very early drive from the city to the airport in not that nice a morning. We arrived at Terminal 7 at JFK just before 6 a.m. and after a quick check-in and passing through security, less said about security the better, we were airside. I had just enough time to pay my normal visit to Hudson News for some chips, I mean crisps, before they started boarding the flight at Gate 6 nearby. Operating as the BA 178 to London Heathrow today was India Victor X-Ray. Delivered to British Airways in 1998, this was sadly going to be my final flight on a jumbo jet. I of course did not know that at the time. Boarding was quick, and after a friendly goodbye from the gate agent, I made my way on board and up the stairs to my seat. For today's flight, I was sitting in 63B, though this is of course 63J. I didn't want to take a picture with the guy sitting in the window seat. The legroom is always good with plenty of space to stretch out. I pulled out the IFE screen and started to plan what I was going to watch for the flight home. The welcome champagne arrived not long after sitting down, along with the white company wash bag. I have always been a fan of the Boeing 747, and whenever I can I ask for a visit to the flight deck if possible. On this occasion I was gladly invited to the flight deck and had a nice quick chat with the crew, who even let me sit in the pilot's seat. Pushback was on time, and after a long taxi we were on our way. I of course wasn't in a window seat, but enjoy. As this was the day flight, the service would start off with a breakfast and then a light meal before landing. My breakfast consisted of some fresh fruit, a cup of tea, a croissant with jam and butter, and of course the mixed grill, one of my favourites when I travel on this flight. All perfect and filling for the time of day. Midway over the Atlantic we hit a little chop. The seatbelt sign did go on, but only for a little while. I did have to drink my Jack and Coke a little fast to stop it from spilling. That of course meant I had to get another one. For most of the flight I relaxed enjoying the IFE and taking the odd walk, enjoying the views out of the window. I always pay a visit to the club kitchen when travelling Club World, and I may have had 1 or 2 bars of fudge and popcorn of course. It was a great flight, and when one of the friendly crew working the upper deck walked past, I asked for a Baileys, which was promptly delivered, along with some nuts, which was very nice. When we were about an hour and 30 minutes outside of London, the light meal was served. I'm not a fan of some of the food on the plate, but it was well presented, so I had an extra scone, of course. After the meal, I had another drink and the crew member remembered I liked the fudge bars, so it came with one, of course. After a great few hours in the air, sadly, it was time to land. After taxiing to Terminal 5, we arrived at the B gates and made our way back over to the main terminal building to collect our bags and head home after a great flight. Who knew what 2020 would bring only 3 months after this? India Victor X-Ray is now retired, along with the rest of the jumbo fleet, and is currently stored in Teruel, Spain, after leaving the BA fleet on the 19th of March after serving 21 years and 6 months with the airline.